We now return to Tuesdays with Marybeth on DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines. Here now is your host, Marybeth Nave.
Okay, and we are back right here at DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines. You guys just heard the flash report from Mr. Jojo Sikat, one of our field reporters. Okay, so to recap to all of our listeners right now, we actually have the president-elect of Asia Pacific Student Services Association, or better known as APSA. And she's also the president of the Philippine Association of Administrators of Student Affairs, also known as PAASA. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's my privilege to introduce to you Dr. Maria Paquita Bonet, or also known as Dr. Kit Bonet. Hello again, Dr. Kit.
Hello, Marybeth.
Yes, I hope you're enjoying being on air. We're learning a lot actually from you, because you've been in this organization for quite some time, and you've really shared a lot of your expertise, your time and effort, really putting not just the DLSU, the university, up front, but also in tandem with all the other universities that partner up with you. And
Yes.
it's just amazing because just to let the listeners know, I was privileged to be part of one of your PAASA events in Baguio, and it's just amazing that we got to work with Ateneo, with you, with FEU, with all these amazing schools, and talagang you get to share experiences and you get to teach a lot of these students and really make them hope and aspire for greater things. So for me, that was really the take home of it. You share what you've learned in the industry, and you just mingle with the students, and you tell them that anything's possible as long as they put their right mind, their heart, their time, their effort into it, and they get inspired.
That's true,
So
Marybeth.
yes.
Our efforts, for example, for APSA and PAASA in the Philippine setting is really to come up with the little things that we have, the little contribution for nation building that we have. We really wanted to come up with programs and services that will enhance nationalism, because we really believe that the youth could really make a lot of difference. The texting alone and messaging in Twitter and in Facebook,
Right.
they can do a lot.
I
They really
know.
can do a
They
lot.
can influence.
Instead of putting in, negativity and other things that the older generation may not have the chance before, the young people can do so much, and they can put, their comments or their suggestions even in YouTube.
That's true. That's true.
And they can give their own comments anytime, real time. So we are so challenged in our universities and colleges really to adapt for the demands, the change of the time. The demands of the young people is different. Right now, they have their own subculture. Our young people would like to have more of the networking.
Right.
And the challenge in the school is that we have to use this for the advantage of learning.
Right. Definitely.
So
And, yes.
it's something like that. Associations like APSA or PAASA in the national level, we use these networking facilities for our own advantage,
Right.
not really for other things.
Right. Right.
We connect with each other at real time, and we get anything. If we wanted to connect with them for anything at all,
Right.
the response is so quick.
That's
More
true.
so with our students.
That's true.
So
That's true.
leadership development can be can be in online, can be something that can be done by the schools and put that in the internet or something like that, which a lot of young people are doing right now.
One thing I just realized while listening to you, and you were sharing all these stories also, and your own personal experiences. What I just realized right now is that it's just amazing, because you have people like yourself and you're the rest of the team who I also got to meet. They're a fun bunch of people who are really into, they have that passion for learning and making people also learn about, what they have to offer. It's in that level that they can share their expertise. Now, on the level of the students, the students, they're now like a sponge that would like to absorb as much learning, which is preferably outside the classroom, because when you see them in the classroom, they try to memorize as much as they can. So anything that's completely different from a different setup, they really absorb. So I just, in conferences or meetings like this actually really opens up a lot of doors and opportunities and the mindsets of people, both on those people who are the professionals bringing in the lessons and their experiences, and also on the level of the students wherein they're bringing in naman their skills and what they can do in order to spread the news to others via YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter.
Correct. That's true.
Right.
Marybeth,
yes, Dr. Kit.
we were very thankful that you were with us in Paasa when was that? Last summer?
Right.
Because the students learned a lot from you. You
I
being
learned
a student leader yourself before, and now in the industry, and you have the capacity and the proficiency for speaking and helping the young people. It helped us a lot. We want to have partners like those. In this conference, for example, our speakers are coming from the other, not really from the academe, no? We have one, former Senator Joey Lino will be coming over for this.
Wow, okay.
And then we will have James Lafferty, former CEO of Procter & Gamble.
Nice.
We also have Yusek Manuel Quezon III from the Presidential Communications Group.
Okay.
We have also Dr. Manny D of Ateneo, the philosopher, and Dr. Uyang Kang of the Huazhong University of Technology in China. So these are some of the speakers
to look forward to.
That will enhance really understanding of global citizenship. Somebody, Dr. Tikwanan of De La Salle University, who is in charge of our marine station, will help us understand what is it really to be an environmentalist. Somebody who is working in this area day in and day out. And we would like to see these scholars in their own viewpoint, in their standpoint. What do they think that a global citizen should have? No, so you cannot only have culture, you cannot only have philosophy, but you need to have action. You need to know your intercultural competencies, your environmental options, and preservation, and at the same time work into student leadership. Really, leadership of the nation. Our leaders in the schools now would be our leaders in the barangay, in the city, in the municipality, in the provincial, or even in the nation. So we would like to be part of their formation, so that more or less we will be able to get and reap the fruits of our labor when we are already the second citizenship, the senior citizenship.
Right. Okay.
That is something. Yeah, and student affairs, what is exciting here is that our classroom is the whole university.
Right.
We don't really teach at particular time in the classroom.
Yes.
But our training programs and our services span over everybody in the university.
All right. Dr. Kit, actually, we will have you again on board to really probably talk about everything that will happen after this event is done and learn also from your other speakers. Right now, actually, we have run out of time. But
right.
Dr. Kit, you know what? Thank you so very much for being with us, taking 1 hour of your precious time to share really your expertise to all of our DZRJ listeners. Before we end, do you have any just last quick messages to share to all of our listeners?
All right. So for student affairs practitioners and our teachers and student leaders, if you have the time, we have this APSA conference and in De La Salle University starting tomorrow until the 8th. If you see if you are in Manila and you can see the buses with our participants, these are our participants coming from all over Asia Pacific. And I hope that if you cannot be with us, And with your presence, you can pray for the success of this, because the success of the APSA 30th International Conference in Manila is the success of the Philippines too.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Kit Bonet. All right. And I'm sure it's going to be a very successful event. Again, to all the DZRJ listeners, thank you so very much for being with us this morning. Also, I'd like to thank again our special guest, Dr. Kit Bonet. And for those of you who texted in, I'd also like to thank our general manager, Miss Nicola Cinto, Miss Angie, Terry, Tala, Nell, Roland, June, Gina, Kenneth, Jervin, of course, Mr. Rafi Wenceslao, the DZRJ 810 AM team. This is Marybeth Nave. Guys, I will speak to you and hear from you again next Tuesday. Have a great week ahead. Thank you.
You have been listening to Tuesdays with Marybeth, hosted by Marybeth Nave.